Alright, so we had to put our crawdad into isolation here because he ate one of our fishies. And just after a day, that's how dirty the water looks. It's pretty nasty looking. So, I wanted to come up with a little water purification filter thing, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to accomplish that. Our crawdad, he doesn't like this stank water any more than we do. So here's all the stuff that we're going to need. Got my aquarium, water filter carbon. And then I got a little hose clamp, cotton ball. This is a air filter for a small engine. And then a water pump for a fountain, for a little mini fountain. Okay. Then I got a 1/4 inch inner diameter, 3/8 inch outer diameter vinyl tube. Alright, let's go ahead and make it. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this carbon. I don't think I'm going to need very much. Put it into a little plastic bag. And put a little more. So I'm going to use this bag to just kind of contain it while I crush it up into smaller pieces, which that's not really doing anything. Okay, crush this carbon up into smaller pieces so that I can get it into that air filter.
Should I try?
No. Can you please step back, buddy? Alright, that looks fairly good. It's time to put the carbon inside this air filter that we just crushed up. So, see if we can do this without making a huge mess. Alright, kind of surprised it all fit in there. I'm going to crush up a little more and fill it up until it actually starts coming out the top. Alright, got a new batch of carbon crushed up here. And just picking up the scraps, scooped it in this piece of paper. This might actually work out pretty good as far as there. It's all the way to the top. Well, I can see it down there, right at the base of the. Right at the base of this, I can see it down the carbon down in there. You probably can't see it because it's too dark. Let's see if you can. There you can see it's just right there at the base of this rubber grommet thing. Okay, so I want to put a piece of cotton in there, just a very, very small amount. Just something really, just to hold the carbon up there so it doesn't fall down into the tube. So a real small amount, nothing that's really going to impact the flow of the water.
The
So,
water?
yeah, probably just that much is good.
What do you do? Oh, that's great.
There we go. So, shove the tube up in there. There we go.
To go.
It's got a little cotton barrier there just to keep it from coming back down.
Now let's do the water. Wait, not yet.
There we go. Paper clip like that and bent it up so that it would hang the filter above the water, just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my tubing all set up so that it'll reach that, and I'll be putting my pump down there at the bottom with the tube up to that, and then turn it on. And I probably don't need this hose clamp, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. And you gotta make sure it's a stainless steel one. You know what? It doesn't fit, so I'm not even gonna use it. It's not that big of a deal. It seems like a tight enough fit around that tube. Alright, now it should be enough of a compression fit on this also to not need any clamp. There we go. There we go. So there it is. Now I'm gonna go run it through some water to get all the carbon dust off the carbon that we crushed up. So let's go do that. Alright, now I'm gonna run it and just make sure I clean the carbon off that we crushed up basically before we put it in the tank. There we go. It's flowing real nice. Alright, let's go put it in. Alright, let's go ahead and install this. See if I can do it without making the Crawdad too angry. I'll go ahead and turn it on just to filter some of that and see how it goes.
Should I have some honey?
I don't care, buddy. So here's the setup. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's doing the job. It's keeping the water moving and pushing it up through the filter carbon there. So that water should clear up and stay clear once it is. The Crawdad is definitely more happy. He when he was in that water that we put in yesterday, he wouldn't move at all. Now he's just swimming around like he's having a good old time. Alright, so today later after putting this filter in and the water is all white again, I'm pretty sure it's because of the white rocks in there and not because the water is getting sour. So I need to take these white rocks out. But it was fun making the filter for the water. Well, now I've got standard fish rocks, and we'll see how well that works out for this guy. He wasn't looking so good when I took him out of that foggy white water, so let's see how this works. So I set the Crawdad free. The filter was working, but eventually the flow of the filter just went down to a dribble, and then some of the carbon got past the cotton and went down into the pump and started rattling around in there. So I gave up. Wasn't worth my time. Just set the Crawdad free.